You're listening to The Scientist with No Credentials.
The reason I'm doing this is because I want to present an empowerment narrative to people and let people know um, that you can become very knowledgeable through your own volition, even without any formal education. I have been a very, very scientific person since the day I was born. I like to say that I was born a scientist. When I was 6 years old, I found out that the sun is very far away from the earth because I would do experiments with shadows by shining a flashlight on objects such as a pen or a pencil. And I would also shine it on globes. And I found that when the shadow of the flashlight was distorted, but with the sun, my shadow with the sunlight is not distorted. And I realized as I pulled the flashlight further away from the pen that the shadow became less distorted. And that made me realize that the sun must be very far away from the earth because my shadow has very little distortion. And even though I didn't have the words for it at the time, I understood that it was because of the trigonometry of the shadows. And I just kind of intuitively was able to make that observation even at such a young age. And observing the world is something that I just love doing, and learning about the world. And I would almost say that the pursuit of science is almost like a spiritual pursuit for me because it just finding out all these facts about the world is just so awe-inspiring for me. And so I never went to university or had any sort of like formal education. Might be in the cards in the future, but who knows? For now, I have no credentials, if you will. And I do want to make it clear that I do not want to present myself as an expert. If there's anything I can say, it's that the more I learn, the more I learn that I didn't know. And I can definitely learn a lot more by pursuing further, like, formal study, if you will. However, I do want to start this series because I want to show people that even somebody that doesn't have any formal credentials academically can become very knowledgeable just from doing their own research.